That's so weird that it's doing that. All right. Welcome to Hangman Tarot. I am Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our June 2021 love predictions. So we're going to get our readings going here, starting with our Aries sign. And of course, make sure you go check out all the social media links in the description box so that you can like, share, and follow. And as well as go hit that subscribe button whenever you get a chance, and make sure to hit the bell so that you get all the notifications for Hangman Tarot and you won't miss out on a darn thing. I think that's the first time I've went through that spiel without forgetting or messing it up. All right, so we're doing love predictions today. Should be interesting. It's a very strange feeling outside, or maybe it's just me. I don't know what it is. Okay, there. The volumes are working. If they're not, just give me a holler. Just yell at me. Just message me. Just give me a little text. Let's see. Alrighty. I don't know why that text box don't work over there, but it sure don't, does it? Okay. Okay, let's see. Whoop. There we go. All right. Getting it. All right, we're gonna get started. All right, we're gonna start with our Aries, and we're doing again our love prediction for June 2021. And welcome to Hangman Tarot. How are you doing? I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope. It is a beautiful day. Not like it was the last few times I was on here, but it is a beautiful day today. It's nice and warm out, so hopefully it'll kind of stay that way. All right, so we're going to figure out for our love prediction any type of person that's around you, kind of what they're wanting and what you're wanting, maybe some needs, some things that are kind of going on around you too that might be influencing the situation, and then we'll find out the outcome. And as usual, if you have any questions or comments or anything nice or lovely to say, let me know, holler at me, even if it's not the nicest, even if it's got a little shadow attached to it. I'll answer the question, or I'll tell you to go take a hike. One of the two. I enjoy telling people to take a hike, so don't tempt me, honey. Just don't do it. Okay, so, all right. I'm going to give a shout out to, in Casper, Wyoming, there is a really rad store called Wonder. There is a new crystal shop, and I heard it's going to be pretty rad. I will shout them out as soon as I go to them and check them out too. I just want to make sure that my local little town shops get a little bit of a shout out. So it's called Wonder, and it is in Casper, Wyoming. It's got amazing jewelry. I've got like a bunch of rings and different jewelry pieces from them, but they make all their jewelry, it's mainly this one area, but it's all in-house, so like you can get all your shit done. end. If it's too big or too small, you can get it resized, or if it gets shipped or whatever, you can figure it out with them. But they also, I get all my tarot cards there and all my information books pretty much on every single thing that I know, and then Amazon a little bit, but mostly Wonder. So I just wanted to give them a little shout out because I just really adore that store, and I'm just so happy it's here, and we have it at Colorum. Oh, for the love of Atlanta. All right, girl, we are going to do that. We are going to do that. Okay, so we got Aries love predictions for 2021. Now, going over what they want, what you want, as far as some things going on that is bothering the situation, maybe enhancing the situation, maybe being agreeable with the situation. We'll find out, but we're going to get an outcome also. So, Aries, it's time. It's time. We're going to get this done. One more shuffle. Okay. Let me check real quick. Okay. Okay. Ooh, girl. Okay. So that's on that one. So that's really annoying that I have to pull up an entire chat there. Okay. It's just this electronic stuff again. It's just like a hot mess usually. I mean, it's not. It's like super rad to have because then you can double whammy here, Facebook and YouTube. But it's just like the whole like chatting situation. You have to have chat. Never mind. It's annoying, and I'm not gonna explain it. I guess nobody wants to hear about it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because I wasn't seeing the chat in the room, so we want to make sure that, I'm right here. Okay. Okay, doing our Aries. Let's get started. I've said it about 10 times, I'm pretty sure. Okay. What is that? Okay, Aries. Let's get started. All right, Aries. What kind of predictions do you have set forth for us? What do you want out of the relationship that might be within or around you in June? What does this other individual want? Maybe you guys are just meeting. Maybe you haven't even met yet. Okay, so you do have somebody ahead here in June. Whether or not this person is new to your life, however this resonates for you, please allow it to resonate. If it is not your storyline, and if it does not resonate with you, that's totally fine. Maybe try to find intention from the situation or some kind of learning scope, but if it's not your story, you can hit the road and go find a story of your own. I mean, please feel free to find a story somewhere, because I don't want you swimming around, not having a story. So, okay, so there is a conflict. The energy of the entire relationship is very conflict. It's very risky. It seems to be pretty problematic, and this individual is an air sign, and he's definitely a little bit more immature or childish. I wouldn't say he's childlike. He just seems like he's in trouble a lot. And he's probably mentally and spiritually at risk for being underdeveloped. So with him or her being such a problem or such a risk, it's making you delay in the situation. So you are definitely finding yourself in a place where you're like, I don't want to do this. This is weird. I'm not going to continue doing this, especially, you know, if you're going to be getting in trouble, if there's going to be conflict with us, or however this is going. But this is something that is coming up, and it is going to be an extremely big problem for the both of you. Let's find some influences around. Let's see that one. Let's try and find some influences here. Why are you even around this person? What's going on, Aries? Why are you in a connection with an individual who's just kind of causing, you know, hate and discontent? It may not even be that bad. It may, you know, as far as like legal problems, could just be a little speeding ticket or a parking ticket or whatever. But it's creating a rift between you both, and that is an issue. Okay. So you're the issue, really, Aries, as far as these cards are indicating. So it's just the whole idea of you having such focus and you have such willpower and you're so creative and you're so proactive in your life that this is going to be a problem no matter how you look at it, because this individual is just not the one. It's almost like you step down, you know, into a different layer or different realm and picked up this, you know, and acknowledged this relationship. But this is upcoming, and this is definitely something that is leaning towards just kind of a big fallout or conflict. Let's find an outcome to this. Yeah, you definitely don't want to take a risk with this, especially if you know that you're kind of in a different conversation skill setting. You have all these tools, you have all these things about you that just make you magical, and yet you're hanging out with this dud. Not even a dud like a bad thing, it's just like it's a dud to the place where you are. So you need to shift on over and get on out of there, Aries, because you don't want to be hanging out with people that don't rev your engine. I know that sounds like creepy, but you don't want to be hanging out with people who don't challenge you mentally or spiritually. And not in a bad way, in a good way. Okay, so there is no honor in this situation. So you're really trying to be in this path of divine, and you're trying to get a sense or grasp spiritually, but yet this individual is definitely not on that path, and they're really not interested. And the commitment in this situation is definitely something that is kind of hindering your divine self, or whom you are, your higher self. And there's just the power in the present is super vital, and that's just not a thing for them. That is not a thing for them. So in June, you do have some choices that you're going to be making here, and if I were you, I would hit the road with that situation. I'd get on out of there. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Don't be hanging out with that. And again, it's not because this individual is bad, it's just this isn't the one for you. This is just not, this is almost like you regressing in the situation. All right, we're going to move on to Taurus and move on over June 2021 love predictions. We're going to get a good reading, and we're going to see what you have coming up, Taurus. Let's see what your little earthiness has in store for yourself. Again, if this doesn't resonate or if the storyline doesn't fit, just keep it on. Just move on over. I don't know what to tell you. If you could, just try to find an intention or some learning scope with it. But again, it's just like sometimes tarot readers, it's like if they don't even resonate, it's like you can't even, there's just nothing there. Okay, so that is up there. Okay. Whatever. All right, Taurus, we're going to start you on your love predictions. Let's see. All right, Taurus, let's get going. Again, make sure that you hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of your Hangman Tarot future readings, as well as hit that bell once you do so you can get notifications to come on back, and you'll be reminded whenever I'm on live or doing readings or uploading content. All right, we are going to get started. Taurus, what do you have in store for you for June? Beautiful June. Hopefully it'll be nice and warm for Taurus. Okay. Goodness. Okay. All right, so you do have some things, some changes, some things up ahead. And it's pretty rapid, it's pretty quick. It's just motioning towards some sort of a delay. And when this delay is happening, it's because it's within the relationship. There's a hesitation in the relationship with Taurus. So you have upcoming certain truths or certain dishonesties that are going to be uncovered. And you're going to definitely be seeking some personal closure, or, a typical relationship ending would be with that closure. And there's definite hesitation in the relationship. So Taurus, I wouldn't necessarily say that they don't want to hang out with you or they don't want to be around you, but I am going to say to you that they have hesitation. And whoever has hesitation about Taurus ain't got time for it. You ain't got time for it. You're going to keep on moving, because Taurus, you got things to be doing. There is some type of movement or travel maybe that might be coming up as well. That'll be dependent on the ups and downs of the relationship, maybe. Even a moving. Could even be moving. I don't know what that means. So you are searching, and you're definitely in your in a place of inner working. But you do, it's almost as if, like, the individual needs a little more time, and they are focused on, whatever they're focused on. They're very isolated around something, and we're going to find out. Yeah, let's find out what they are, because let's find out their zodiac sign, because they're definitely, so they don't want to give up necessarily, but they want to give up if it's not good for them. So it's almost like they're like, well, maybe, this just isn't the fit for me, and I just haven't, and I just don't want to talk about it. And maybe I'm just dating a bunch of people, and, I just don't want to talk about it. And, that's going to come to light, though, again. Yeah, so they're just, okay, this individual is definitely just walking away, pretty aimless, kind of drifting away situation. Talk to you later, see ya, sayonara. But it's almost like they're not going to actually, you guys aren't going to have a closure, so you're definitely going to need to lean on that personal inner closure. And they're going to be a water sign, most definitely, or a fire sign. Let's find out some of the issues around the situation. So, why is Taurus, why do we have this upcoming, these secrets revealed, and having to do all this personal conflict card picks up? I know it's a conflict. I'm very aware that it's conflict. The cards are like, conflict. That did not take the tarot to know that. Okay. Yeah, so it's just spiritually, there's one or the other is ascended the other. So it's just like, again, it's like somebody is not, you two are not coupling because it's just spiritually and energetically, it's just not intermingling at all. And all I'm going to say is opposite of happy success. So there's a happy success, there's a successful story, and that's, it's grand and it's happy and it comes with all that energy. But this is the opposite. So this individual comes with very unhappy, successful spirit, if that makes sense to you. I don't know what that means, but it makes sense to me. I get it. But again, you're definitely going to want to hop on those truths. Definitely check out that dishonesty, because you won't need much closure once you figure it out, or once you get into a place or space where you're just completely fucking over it, basically. And we get like that, especially, when we're coming into a place where we're just kind of meeting somebody, or, we've been with someone for a while, and you're just like, I'm trying, but it's not working for me. And, the truth of that comes out. But again, the dishonesty thing keeps kind of coming up, and the whole unhappy but successful. So it's like, it sounds like a really icky person for Taurus, okay? And again, it doesn't mean it's a ruined individual. It just means that it's not the one for Taurus. Okay, so we're going to move on to our Gemini. Gemini, June 2021 love predictions. Remember to hit subscribe. Go ahead and check out all those social media links in the description box so that you can go like, share, and follow. And again, I'm Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here, Gemini, okay? Moving into your June 2021 love reading. All right. Gemini, little love predictions for our upcoming June. Okay, so as of right now, you're definitely needing something to do with work and a home conflict. So you're definitely needing to find yourself in a place of independence. Self-care is definitely needed as well, and that is all upcoming. Upcoming will be this work or home conflict. So you're going to have a conflict within the home or within your work space, okay? And there's a lot of unfocused energy upcoming, so there's going to be a lot of things that you can't wrangle in, or you're going to be distracted by everything, or you're going to be like, oh, car. And you're just not going to be able to focus this beautiful June month. That's kind of where it's going to be scattered for sure. You could even be dealing with an earth sign, and again, there's a lot of delay in this, and that earth sign would be somebody who is childlike. They could even be a little immature emotionally, but they feel like there's too much pressure. So whoever this individual is that is around you, they're just not progressing in the relationship. They feel like that the both of you and this relationship and the duo thing is not fucking happening. They're kind of over it, and every step feels like it puts them behind. So there's just like too much pressure again, especially for this earth sign. They're just like, I don't like this. I'm going to keep moving on. But yeah, and again, there's a lot of unfocused energy for you, Gemini, this month that you're going to have to maintain and try to like wrangle in as you're trying to take care of yourself at the same time, dealing with some type of conflict. Sometime within the month, there will be a turning point for sure. So there is a money increasing. So we do know what the money is going to look like. So it's almost as if you won the lottery, or you won big somewhere, or maybe your stocks went up, or maybe you just doubled in your savings or your CDs or whatever you're into. Destiny is just going to like feel a little different once you hit June. So you're going to have, a bumpy road, and then some point in June, you're definitely going to be taking a place where it's going to turn, and you're going to be like, okay, we're going to figure out some of the outcome and something kind of influencing the situation. So this luck and the extra, turning point, something to take advantage of, especially if it's happening. But yes, again, you do have some kind of conflict with home or work, and again, you're going to have scattered energy or unfocused energy. So let's figure some things out and make sure you're not procrastinating, which I'm sure you are. All right, you could even be dealing with somebody who is at work. You might be dealing with someone who works within or around you, maybe somebody who is a professional, and maybe not so much that you work with them, but it is in delay once you hit June. You might be hot and heavy at the moment or just kind of getting into things, but you're definitely going to be like in a place where they're like, I'm done here, because they're going to see behind something. So it's very specific in this. Okay. So the power that will be instilled in them for some reason, they're going to be seeing behind a facade, or else you may be. So there's a mask here. And so that's indicating to me that either you're wearing one or they're wearing one. So it's something that this person is going to be like, we're done. I can't. This is not who you said you were going to be. And sometimes it's, we don't walk around being completely authentic, but again, there is, some people who completely dilute who they are, and then all of a sudden you're kind of in the thick of beginnings of a relationship, and then you're like, wait, never fucking mind. Never mind. I don't want to deal with this person. Okay, so somewhat of a professional, definitely an earth sign, but again, your money bag will increase in June, but that love situation is going to be a little tricky, okay? All right, Gemini. We are all done with your love predictions for June. Just make sure you wrangle in that unfocused energy, do a little self-care intention for that June, and take care of yourself. All right? We're going to move forward to our Cancer zodiac sign. We're going to do our June 2021 love predictions for Cancer. All right. This phone's just not going to stop today, I don't think. Oh, Lord. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What you doing?
I'm reading tarot.
Huh?
I'm live.
Oh. So just for I was wondering if you could bring a lunch.
I'm not going to be able to because, again, I'm working, but I will definitely be there to pick you up after school, okay?
Yep.
All right. It's good. It's 2 chicken legs. What's wrong with that?
This is disgusting.
Oh, my God. You'll be fine.
It's gravy.
It's not gravy boat day.
Yeah, it is. It's gravy and chicken.
The chicken is chicken legs. They're good. They're like the ones you eat at Pizza Hut.
I've had them before.
Okay. If I get there, I'll get there, but I'm not going to promise, okay?
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Oh, okay. All right, let's get back to Cancer. So we're going to do our Cancer reading. Sorry about that. You know, you got to answer. Duty calls. Okay. Okay, Cancer. Let's start this love predictions for our Cancer zodiac sign for our June 2021 love predictions. Let's see what the cards have to say for your predictions. Anything upcoming that you can deal with or manage, or just kind of breathe into, think, or be like, hell no. Hell no. Okay. Okay, so there's going to definitely be some priorities that are not managed appropriately. So there is some priorities within Cancer, within this June, that you're just going to be like, I cannot get to these. These are just multiple amounts, and I cannot deal with them all. You will have some anxiety around it, feeling a little insecure, just maybe even having some misconceptions about the situation that you're in. This time management, or just feeling like there's not enough of something from somebody, is super specific, because they're resistant to the relationship. They're in a place where they're kind of like personally changing as a human being, and what they want is to embrace you. They do want to embrace you with open arms, but again, they don't know, because that would mean starting over with you, Cancer. So for whatever that means. We're going to find out who this individual is. So far, they could be an Earth sign. Could be Capricorn, to be more specific. Let's see. Ooh. All right, so it could be a water sign, could be an earth sign. Again, this is going to be prepared for this to not be like happy-ish, this kind of stuff. It's just like there is a potential for love here. I don't quite know what this means, and I'm not going to just make some shit up right now, because this is just, when it's real close to the truth, it is exhausting for me to express. It's just like really drawing out that intuition as far as these cards are reading. But this thing is a love thing. It's a love ship. It's got lots of potential for it. It could move towards peace, but it's almost as if they're not really in a place to have gratitude for that situation. So again, redeeming what this other card was kind of speaking on was that resistance to change. And they do. They want to embrace the change with open arms. They do. They want to be like, hey, I really like you change. I really like you new relationship, or relationship I'm trying to fix, and I want to change, and I want to have gratitude for that. But this is the opposite of that. So you have somebody in June just kind of bleh. Like I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible thing for you, Cancer, but it's very much something that you're already dealing with as far as like time management and priorities. You're like, I'm not this and this and this for you, so I'm done. I don't want to do this either. But it is giving you all sorts of vibes of being uncertain in the love. So you're uncertain, and it could have potential for love. It's just like maybe it's just not. Maybe it's just something that you did, and now you move on. But you want to make sure, no matter what, Cancer, that you're paying attention to dreams. I don't know why. Just do that. Make sure you're paying attention to anything you drop, imaginary or illusions during the day. Even like when you're daydreaming and you catch something in mind. Just really pick up on that kind of stuff. But the insecure feeling you have around this relationship, you probably have it right now, is definitely going to be like in June. So it's going to come undone. And there's a misconception, and it's almost like it's sandwiched in. So it's like it's not a good look. I do know that. This is not ending super amazingly. I don't like it. I don't like it. So we're gonna add some drama onto it. Let's find out what the drama is, okay? Let's add some drama onto Cancer. Poor Cancer. Okay, June, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry June has this in store for you, but you got this. You can hold intention for this. Okay. So it could even be somebody specific, like as a teacher or somebody who's very much in a place where they were kind of like guiding you. Maybe you two got involved or whatever. It could even be a college professor. I mean that's kind of a creepy thing, but I mean whatever. It floats your boat. I mean who am I to judge? Not at all. Do not at all. Hello, Loveline. How are you? So sorry I did not see you before. I literally can't see chat unless I go deep into it. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a teacher of some kind. Somebody who maybe is not a teacher anymore. They could even have been one and not. And, they could be an instructor for all, like who knows? But they're that type. They're that type to kind of like, educate and give you things and guide you and guru. But they got some issues around the joyful relationship. They do. They just they're not into it. Yeah. So you guys were friends. You might have even been coworkers at one time. But you came into a transformation. You were at the end of the cycle when you met this individual. You were in a place where you were like, this is going to be great. And then you picked up this person and you're like, well, this one doesn't mirror me at all. Pay attention to the things that you are not super excited about with them, that make you feel unstable with them, because I want you to make sure you never do those things, or those are the things of your past, maybe. Maybe this was, and that's why it's kind of like coming to a crumble. I mean, it's just not for you. Again, does not mean that they're an embarrassment to the world, but they're just not for Cancer. So you have some things upcoming, and you're going to have some choices that you will be dealing with. It's pretty clear, though. I mean, I think you probably already know, even in the thick of the relationship, or you're like, how does she know? Like, oh my God. Like, you fucking know. You know. You know when you know. Okay? All right, Cancer, you are all set, all ready to go. We have... What's up next? What's up next? We got Leo the Lion. Got some fire. Okay. Let's see. All right, Leo. We're going to get started with your June 2021 love prediction. Almost to June. Halfway there. Almost. About halfway there. All right. So, already popping out here, Leo. Okay, so you have definitely, by the time you hit June, you're going to be in a place of kind of like letting go of something. Something that... you dealt with, something that you were at a loss with, or you lost, and you're in a letting go stage by the time you hit June. You might even be hanging in with this person now at the moment, or you might just be kind of like, not officially like cutting the cords, because again, it's not releasing in that way. You do have a new perspective on old mental setups in the mind, but and that might be the reason for the release. I mean, that could definitely be. This is going to be a water sign or an air sign for sure. This other individual is not fulfilled. So this might be another reason that you're just kind of like, I'm done. I can't do it. I want to. I can't because there's a whole lot of wishing and desires that are not being met by this individual. So by June, it's going to be very clear. And they want you to be diligent with them. They want you to be scheduled and make some promises that you can fulfill. But that is something that you're not in a place, obviously, to be doing because you're in a whole new setup. You're trying to deal with things, which is fine. That's beautiful. But they're wishing and they're like, I just hate this relationship. You suck. You never fulfill shit. Well, move it on over. Move it on up. That doesn't mean move it on up, but it does. Okay, so it is going to be, it's hard on you. It is. The cards are indicating that it's a hurt, and you're confused, and you're pretty angry. You do know why, and you just didn't want to face it. You don't want to face it. You don't want to deal with it, really. And you probably won't because these cards are indicating that you definitely detached at this point even. But going into June, you're going to just, this is going to be very concrete, and you're very much going to be in a place of just kind of letting this shit go. And you're going to be like, yeah, I'm just not interested. So I'm going to keep it moving. Okay? Yeah, there's just a lot of being confused and angry in the relationship. It's like the whole relationship is based off of being confused and angry. And there's a hard loss because there was something super amazing about it that was kind of like right there in the beginning, in the middle of it. And it's just like what brought you two together. And it's just like there was something really amazing about it. And again, that's over. That will be over in June. You have an ending coming to you. But you already know that. You do. You're very well aware of that. You were pretty, you two were like very indulgent in the situation. So it's probably a lot of lust, a lot of passion, physicality, fire. Or not. Whichever. All right. So there's gratitude coming from the both of you. So you're both in like a place of gratitude. You're both in a place mentally. You're just very like scoped in. Both of you are. I mean, and when you met as new connection. So when you first met, it was just this new supportive feeling, and that's what it is. It's like you held on to it, even though you were like, I cannot meet their or fill their desires, but you held on to it because it was this connection that you had, met initially. It was unknowing, but then all of a sudden you had the support of that person because time had gone by. So it's like, you were just chilling because like you didn't want to be not supported by him. There was something supportive about the situation, and that's over. You have a different perspective on it. They don't want to deal with it anymore. They're over not being, desires not being met or them being fulfilled in any way. So that's your upcoming June, Cancer, or Leo. Good Lord. It's a day. I can't even keep my zodiac signs correct. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so basically, you already know what's happening. Just keep it moving. You're going to have a good June because it's going to be a new beginning, new cycle. And facing the truths or facing the loud, screaming music obnoxiously in the corner of the room is super important. And that's just not something that you've been doing that has been coming out in the cards like in the last few times, Leo. Okay. It's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's move on to Virgo. Let's go into Virgo. We're going to do our Virgo reading. Now, Virgo, we're going to do your June 2021 love predictions. Because it is that time of the month. So shuffle here. Woo, Virgo. Going to be love, Virgo, or you will not. What do we have upcoming for Virgo? And that future love ship. If there's a love ship at all. It's so hard with these Virgo readings because they're just so... It's like, yes, they're hidden even in person. They're like, they're seemingly one way in person and then they're just completely another in some ways. So it's like, you never really know with Virgo. Never really know. Okay, so there is something coming up, and it is something of destiny. So there is something coming up. Let me write this down real quick. So there is something coming up with Virgo and some kind of a love ship or some kind of a situation. So you do have some things coming up that are ahead, but it's of destiny, so there's a reason that you have met this individual. So there's a reason that you have met this person as far as a place in their life where they've made a turning point. They were in a place where they were just kind of feeling like lucky, and they've leveled up a little bit. Their money has increased, and there's like constant flowing change within and around this person. And that is probably what you're attracted to, is the growth or the idea that this person was mentally capable of change and manipulating their environment and living to the fullest, really. But and it is indicating that you're kind of immature in the situation. So you were more of the immature in the situation. So you have some upcoming things as far as some risk to your spiritual level. It's like your overconfidence is building some unimportance here. And you could even be having brush with the law. Some legalities, I mean, you name it. You got some things going on in June. But that being said, it could be the ending of legalities even. It could be the ending of a situation with the law enforcement or, getting a speeding ticket. Again, it could be the tiniest of things. So I wouldn't put that too much out there. Oh my God, I'm going to go to jail next month. Jordan said. No, I did not. Jordan didn't say shit. She didn't say anything. All right, so this is karma, though, for this individual. This situation, how it's going to progress into June. So this is kind of a karmic thing for that other individual. Let's find out. Okay, so this relationship starts to move a little bit more quickly for Virgo, or things just start moving a little bit faster around the both of you. But by June, you're going to be in a place where you're going to find some truths, or the dishonesty is going to be like really, really bright, and you're going to see it very well. The other individual is just kind of in a pause, so that's just kind of where they're at in their life. So karmically, they're just kind of like building on their moments of reflection, their moments of stillness. You met an earth sign here. This is earth sign or fire sign, could be, but is definitely speaking volumes here to me, earth. Let's find some things that are going around. But let's find out why you two met, maybe. Like, what did you guys do? So you guys could be hanging out already, or you might just meet in June, and it's just quickly a weird relationship. One of those weird things where you're like, I really don't like them. It's just like, and it's over. All right. Sometimes those are a part of the karmic. Sometimes those are a part of the success when you are on the path. I mean, sometimes they're veering you somewhere else, or they're helping aid in something else. It's just, you got to take everything as like the most beautiful, grateful present given to you. For June, you have nothing but gratitude, even though like you feel like your mental capacity is about to explode, and something about this individual is making you like, we're gonna figure it out. Goodness. Okay. So movement has a lot to do with it. You're in a different change than them. So they're kind of in a different cycle. You're in a different transformation, and it's completely different. So that definitely is delaying in the situation. There is and could be some type of movement. Maybe you drove around, traveled, moved. It could have been heavy hitting, You could have even traveled with them, and it was just like, this is obnoxious. And you were like, I'm going to keep it moving. There was some hidden motives with you, Virgo, coming up in June. You're going to figure these out, or with the other individual. And those, because that's the intention of the full relationship, is nothing but hidden motives. And again, here comes that gratitude, again, for that earth sign. So it's just like, Virgo, what the hell is happening here? What is going on? Yeah, consciously, like, they're in a place of, like, gratitude, and they're just very much on a journey. They're very much in their, their cycle, their transformation, their change. It's very much indicating that in their cards. But again, there's some hidden motives here. There is some hidden truths that do come out in June, so that is your upcoming. So you may be dabbling with this relationship, or you may be in this relationship, or it may be over. But one of you will find out the truth in the situation within, within a few months, or within the month's reach. I don't even know if that's like a saying. I'm pretty sure it is. Whenever I say something, sometimes I'm like, is that even a thing? Like, is that word even exist? Because it sounds weird to me sometimes. It's just like my brain completely floats up and goes away. It's like, I don't like these words or sentences, and it feels fraud, or like I'm an alien, or like I'm from a different planet and I'm pretending to be a human. That's right. That's right. I am an alien from another planet, and I am pretending to be Jordan Hangman Tarot. That is exactly what's happened here. That is exactly what's happened here. Okay. All right, so we're going to move on, go into our Libra. So we're going to find out our love predictions for June 2021, Libra. We're going to find out what your love life will entail. Or if it entails anything at all. I'm starving to death right now. I think I'm going to have to eat. I'm just hungry. Just came over me. Okay. We're going to do Libra, and then we are going to go to lunch. Because I'm starving. Ugh. I can't do readings on an empty stomach. Who does that? Nobody does that. I think it's bad for the spirits. 24. Okay. Alrighty. Libra. June predictions. Love. Love only. No hate. Okay. Alright, you could be dealing with fire sign or air sign here. So by June, you're going to be seeing the truth of something here. So this individual that you're dealing with is somebody who is requiring change, and they feel as if the connection may be time to end. So it's almost like you two kind of are on the same sort of thing here. And the whole energy around this relationship, whichever relationship this is for you, this could be something you're involved in, something quick, and then June just rips it right on out, or something you're really deeply involved in, but there's a lot of fear within the relationship energy. It's almost like you see the truth, and you're very fast about things, and you're quick, and you want to make the moves, and you want to put forth the effort, and do the dealings, and you would rather think and then not have to act on this situation, but that's not something it's not going to happen, basically, is what it's implying. There is a change that is being required here. Competition. I just feel like there's something surrounding a lot of competition. I just feel like maybe it's the two of you is in competition. This individual is definitely troubled by their dreams, and again, they've got some issues going on they're repressing, and a change is required. Yeah. This is so weird. Okay, so again, that fear is the energy around and surrounding this relationship, okay? So they're dealing with something. They feel as if the connection is coming towards an end, and they've been, trying to sleep at night, and they can't, and they've just been dealing with this energy of fear with them surrounding and kind of like interlooping the relationship. And they're very well aware that you're very fierce, and you're very quick, and you're very, when it comes to effort or dealing with anything in a negative or positive manner. You have an important message for them that you'll deliver to them in June, or else vice versa. So there is something that, you're sitting on, and then you'll deliver the message. And you may not even know what that is yet. But again, there's that fear stuff, so it's something that you probably would not be dealing with at the moment. You guys met as friends. You're less friends now. There's a delay in your friendship because of the love shift. So you were friends when you met. I swear to God. Okay, so the energy that you're going to need or to pull into this relationship to make this relationship actually be acknowledging and loving and kind of like on point and have its priorities, together, would be planning and action. So it's a whole lot of like making a plan, making an agenda or a schedule, or making an attempt, but having that action behind the plan, not just saying it. So just don't put just plan, because that creates that fear. So planning and action is something that you two are not actually embodying in this relationship. Okay, and this is all coming out in the Swords in June. But it could be happening now. I mean, it could be happening right in June. I mean, you might be dealing with this individual and you're like, why would she say that about you? Why would she say that about you? Well, it's going to happen. You watch. You watch. You watch. They're going to come quick and fierce and fly on out. So let's find out the outcome of the relationship. Because, I mean, inquiring minds need to know. Let's figure it out. My hair looks really dark. It's crazy. Okay. Okay, so it's not looking like it's going to turn out well, only again because it's not being played out in a safely manner. So the whole entire relationship was not played out safely. Time and time again, it's been troubled and troublesome, and there was no safe anything about it. And that's the intention that's being indicated still. So that's your upcoming June. So that's your June prediction. Not to scare the shit out of you, but that's exactly what is happening. Okay. All right. So, Libra, make sure you hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot so you can come back for all your future readings. Again, everybody, make sure that you hit those bells so you can get alerts every time I come on live or I put any content up. I will be back to finish up for Scorpio on through Pisces for predictions for love for June 2021. Make sure to go check out all those links in the description box so that you can go check those out and like, share, and follow them. And again, I am Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot, and I will see you very, very soon. Probably after I'm done eating. So, it'll be fine. It'll be just fine.